Good morning. How are you all doing this morning? Hello, my beautiful people. Hey, hey, hey. What's going on and what's good this beautiful Wednesday morning? I just want to come on. Haven't been on in a while. Been really busy lately. I had a awesome family function this weekend, and it just brought me so much joy to see all of my beautiful family come. And we really didn't expect a lot of people, but so many people showed up and was able to support. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I wanted to just touch in and check in with you guys and ask you this question. What would your life look like if you were living a life that was healthy, happy, and whole? What would your life look like if you were healthy, happy, and whole? Usually it's like you either have one, maybe two things. But what would your life look like if you were healthy, happy, and whole? How would it look? I just want you to imagine your life. You living a healthy life, no health issues, no major health issues. And you be actually being happy, no one having to make you happy. Sometimes we get into the position where we expect our husbands or our wives to make us happy. No man has been given that much power and authority. No one is responsible for your happiness. Number one, you are responsible for your own happiness, and that comes from within. That comes from within, internal. It's an internal work that has to go on within yourself. And I had to find that out, a few years ago, that my happiness comes from me. It comes from within. I can't ask Antoine to make me happy. Oh, you're not doing enough to make me happy. No, my happiness comes from within. What am I doing to create my own happiness? What am I doing? So some things had to change. I had to make some changes in my life to create the happiness and the peace that I desired. I couldn't expect it from everyone else. And that's our problem. We give people too much power over us. We put too much expectations over the people we put in our lives and ask them to be Jesus. Basically, no, they are not Jesus. They are not Holy Spirit. They don't have this all power and authority. So we have to look for happiness within ourselves. How do you find happiness within you? What does your life look like if you are healthy, happy, and whole? I want you to write that out. Take that time and say, this is how my life would look if I was healthy, no health issues. I was at my goal weight, or like I said, no health issues, no diabetes, no health issues. How would my life look? I could run, I could walk, I could, I had my physical activity going on, and then I was happy and I was whole emotionally, mentally, and physically. How would that look? So it's some things that need to take place, but first it has to take place internally before any manifestation can happen externally. You have to work some things out on the inside before things can take place on the outside. And that takes time. And some people are not willing to go through that transition and that transformation, because for me, it was a major transformation. That's why I call this transformation to Wealth Wednesday, because I want to give you some knowledge and wealth that can take you more and take you into more places that you've never been before. But it starts on the inside. We look to too many things on the outside trying to give us happiness and things to give us peace. But peace and happiness comes from within. You can only find your peace and you can only find happiness from a place from within yourself. That's the only place that you can find it. So where are you starting, and where are you when it comes to your peace and when it comes to your happiness? You can reach a place that you are healthy, happy, and whole, but it starts with you. Don't go looking for it with anyone else. Don't go looking for it in your job. Don't go looking for it within your career. Don't look for it with anyone else, because it starts with you. What does your life look like if you are healthy, happy, and whole? And what needs to take place to make those things happen? What do you need to do to create that life that is healthy, happy, and whole? A lot of times we just wake up and let life happen to us. No, sometimes if the door ain't knocked down, I'm knocking the door down. I don't wait until a door opens for me. I'm led by a God on on all open doors, but some things are being closed on you that shouldn't be closed on you. And because of how we were taught, well, if the door is not open, then we don't need to open it. No, you need to knock that sucker down and open that door if it's going to give you a place of peace and a place of happiness, and if it's going to give you a place of wholeness. You create the life you want. You create the life you desire. It's definitely possible, but what are you willing to do to get there? It may take an investment. You may have to invest in yourself. You may have to take a class. You may have to take a course, or whatever you have to do, or it may be some isolation time that you may have to be by yourself for a little bit. But are you willing to go through the transition for the transformation to take place, to live a life that is healthy, happy, and whole? Are you willing to do what it takes? Because sometimes I hear a lot of people talking about it, but they ain't ready to be about it. Oh, I know what to do. I know how to do it. But what are you willing to do to get there, to live that life that is healthy, happy, and whole? And that's when I come into play to help you get there. Sometimes, and then when I get, I really start talking like, what are you willing to do? I hear you say you know what to do, but are you willing to do it to get to the place of wholeness, of true wholeness, not this facade that the pretend wholeness, but are you willing to do whatever it takes to create the life of your dreams, the life that you've always desired, the life that you've always wanted and you prayed for? We talk about it, but are you ready to actually be about it? Because some things are going to have to take place for you to get there. You know that, right? It's some changes that has to be made. It's some things that you have to let go of to create the life of your dreams. It's some things that you may have to not tolerate anymore and not put up with anymore to create the life that you've been desiring. Are you willing to close those doors that you've held on to for so long to create the life of your dreams, the place of peace, the place of wholeness, the place of happiness? What are you willing to do to create that life? I was willing to do anything. If I got to isolate myself, if I have to be by myself, whatever it took, I was willing to do it because I was sick and tired of the real cliche of being sick and tired. So that meant closing some doors on some people. That meant letting go of some things that I was holding on to for too long. That meant putting my place in a position of vulnerability and exposing myself, exposing my deep, dark things that I didn't want to expose, that was hidden. Are you willing to make those transitions for the true transformation to be and live a life that is healthy, happy, and true wholeness? It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Even though they say, I know what to do, I know what I'm doing, but what are you willing to do? That's my question. I know you know what to do. I know you know what you're doing. The real question is, but what are you willing to do to create that life that you have desired, that you are healthy, happy, and whole? I want you to write those things down. That's a little bit I want to give you today. Write those things down. What would your life look like if you were healthy, happy, and whole? And if you had all of those things, what does it look like? And I want to hear from you. DM me. Talk to me. Let me know. Let's have a discussion. All right? I love y'all. I'm out here in this beautiful sun. I love going outside. I ask my husband to come outside sometimes, and he's not an outside person. So Yeah, I'm talking about you, Mr. Dalton. He'll see this video later. But I love being outside because it just puts me in a place of nature and peace, especially when I'm out by the water. So do something for you. Do something that you love to do for you. You know, don't worry about what other people say. Don't worry about what other people think about it. Just like, I don't know, just do you. Do you, and still be respectful and peaceful and loving and carrying the heart of Jesus, but still do what's best for you. You know, you don't have to be a peaceful person and that doesn't mean you have to forget about yourself. Still do what's best for you. You know, wherever you are, whoever you are at, whatever time in your life, you are important. And if you are not living 100% of the best version of yourself, you're giving out pieces of yourself each and every day, and you are diminishing the true value of who you are when you're not living 100% of the best value of you. And no one deserves that. You know, you don't deserve that. You deserve to live 100% of the value of your true self. Okay? So make sure you're living the best for you, living a life that is healthy, happy, and whole. And think about that. What does it really take for you to live that life? What does it take? You know, do you have to amp up your spirituality? Do you have to amp up your prayer life? Do you have to amp up your devotion? Do you have to do more things for self-care, more things for yourself? What do you have to do? Be willing to do whatever it takes to get there. You don't want to be here next year and then still be saying, oh, I know what to do, but you're still in the same place and you're just creating cycles, going up and down the mountains, but you know, doing the same thing. I believe in my heart, true and honestly, that I know you can do this. I know you can do it. It's possible. But you have to be willing to make changes that you weren't willing to do last year or the year before. You have to be willing to make the necessary changes to get there. And sometimes that's not easy, but it's definitely possible. It is possible. You can do it. And you know, the best thing is through the process and through the journey, it's going to be worth it all. Believe me, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. You're going to wish you would have did it a long time ago for yourself. So stop waiting. Make yourself a priority and live that life that is healthy, happy, and whole. I know you can do it, but I love you guys, and I just wanted to stop in and say hello. It's so good to see you. It's so good to hear from you. It is hard. That's right. Thank you guys for coming in and talking to me today. I love you and I love talking to you. It is hard, like you said, Tim, but yeah, it is doable. It's doable and it's worth it. I feel so free now. I used to be a big people pleaser. Like, I would get anxiety when I thought I was making somebody unhappy. I'm so free. I really don't care, to the point where, and I almost don't care what nobody thinks. But I had to, you know, God had to help me a little bit because I'm so at peace and I have so much happiness now. Like, so much happiness, so much confidence that nothing can detour me from my desires, and nothing can stop me. Like, I know if I want to accomplish something, I know I'm going to accomplish it. It's not, I know that I might be able, no, I know I'm going to accomplish it once I get it set in my mind, because I know the power and the authority that's been placed in my life, because I had to go through the process. See, this whole process of losing this weight, when I lost the 70 pounds in 70 months, and then more weight than that, actually, that I lost, it wasn't just about the weight. It was about me finding myself and honoring the true value of myself and really putting me first. yeah, you're right. It's a lonesome road. And I had to go through this. It almost felt like I was alone, but I had to go through it to get to where I am today. And I'm still growing. I'll never get to the place that I've arrived. I'll never get to, because it's a journey. It's not a destination. It's not a place you're trying to get to. You are learning. I had to learn who I was all over again. But it's so worth it. I know I can accomplish anything, and I love helping other people. I found myself. I found the value in my words. I found the value in who I am and who I am for other people. And now I'm able to help from a place of overflow than from a place of emptiness, because I am healthy, happy, and whole. I'm able to help and render my services and serve from a place of love that is, because I am healthy, happy, and a whole person, now, and I'm not empty, and I'm giving off fumes, giving off gas fumes. No, I'm giving off the overflow. I'm giving off the overflow because I'm always going in and filling myself up first. I give to myself first before I give to anyone else. And I've never lived that life before. I was always lived a life of service, but now I give to myself first. And now I'm able to live a life that's not stressful. If it gets to be, I know you're going to experience some stress because life is life, but I know when to step back, and I know when to say no, even if it hurts somebody's feelings, because I have to take care of me. I am responsible for who? For me. And I'm responsible for my children and my family. But first, I'm responsible for myself. I'm responsible for my own health. So I'm able to give and serve from a place of overflow than from a place of emptiness and a place of fumes, because I'm living a life now that I'm healthy, happy, and whole because I put me first. And now that I put me first, no one, and when you find yourself, no one can ever take that away from you. You're like, oh my gosh, what took me so long? And you talking to yourself in the mirror like, what took you so long to get here? Like, girl, we've been waiting on you. I don't know who he is, but we've been waiting on you to finally get there. Get your confidence. Girl, let me tell you something. You are worth it. Do what you got to do to get to the place where you belong. A place of peace. Stop faking it until you making it, and get somewhere in a closet and go through this transition and go through this transformation for you, so you can live your best life now, so you can live a life that is healthy, happy, and whole. It's not worth living a life where you're operating on fakeness, where you got to wear the fake smile and to keep going and then pouring out. And on the inside, you're so empty. That's not worth it. We're not doing that this year. We're not doing that anymore. That's over. Go somewhere. And if you got to be alone for 6 months to get yourself together, 3 months, whatever it takes, you do what you got to do to get yourself together, because there's people depending on you to make it. But to be your best self, be 100% of the best version of you, and just go missing, go MIA for a little bit. It's okay. People don't hear from me for months, and I'm like, I'm working on me. If you're not there when I come back, if you don't understand, I'm sorry. Oh well. I have to put me first. I'm giving 100% to me first, and then whatever I have to give, what's left over, they get it. If they don't, then oh well, I'm sorry, then you weren't meant for me, or it was just for a season. And that's okay. I still love you. That is okay, but I'm putting me first and I'm making me a priority. Awesome. Yes, doing it now for 10 years. I love that. Keep doing it, because it's so important. It's so important. And I understand now that so many of our health issues are derived from stress, people pleasing, from serving out of emptiness, being someone who we're really not, faking it till we're making it. That's a lie. That is a lie. And I would never live that lie again, ever. You would never see me live that lie again, faking it till you make it. What is that? Never do that. I would never live that lie again. No, be your true, authentic self. And whoever doesn't accept it, and doesn't value who you are, let them go. Let them go. Because God has the right people for you anyway. God has the right people for you, and the right people will come in your life. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming on. You know, I had my closing a couple minutes ago, so y'all know I can keep going on and on and on. But I did want to check in on you and let you know how much I love you and cherish you. See, I'm wearing my shirt. It says cherish. I just want to let you know I honor you, I cherish you, but it is time for you to start honoring yourself. Okay? See you later. Love you.